Do you own some of this kitchen foil? Have you got some of these? This and these will make a most amazing project. Stay tuned to find out how. Good afternoon, it's Ashley here from Paper&Twine, and I am going to experiment with some alcohol inks, some tin foil and some ultra thick embossing powder. And the idea is that I'm going to make a very clean and simple Valentine's Day card for my husband. So first off, you need some tin foil, heavy duty if possible. I don't know whether this is going to be good enough. This is just from Aldi. Don't need a huge amount. I'm just going to tear some off, and I'm going to very lightly crumple it. Don't want to crumple it to the point where I rip it. I'm sorry for the noise if it is triggering you. I'm just going to do a little bit more there. And just a little bit more. And then, seems counterintuitive, I know. I'm going to lay it flat, and I'm going to brayer it with my brayer. You get a lovely texture. Then, because it's Valentine's, I'm going to use a selection of pinks and purple alcohol inks. This tin I've got here from Tim Holtz is broken. Come on, Timmy. The join here is not very good. It has snapped at the hinge. So I'm not very impressed with that, because these are not cheap. Might see if I can get hubby to solder it or something. Anyway, out of this selection here, I'm going to go with Wild Plum. Those are both Wild Plum. Shall I use the old one first? Yes, this is the slightly older packaging. Can you see it's kind of cream on the Adirondack label, and this one is white. So we'll go with this one, and I can move this tin out of the way. The other tin, I'm hoping, has got more reds in it and pinks. So we're going to go for a whole selection. So I've got raspberry. I think that should be quite nice. And gumball. And we'll go with a bit of flamingo. So I've got 4 different colours there. I've also got some alcohol ink blending solution. And I'm going to... put blending solution on, and I'm going to just get my blower. I should have brought that before I sat at my desk, my trusty blower. Okay, so I'm just going to put quite a lot of blending solution down, and then I'm going to start adding my inks. And that was a bit of flamingo, no sorry, that was gumball. This is the flamingo. No rhyme nor reason. Let's just blow a little bit around. And we'll have a little bit of the Wild Plum. This is very old. So a little bit of purple just to add a bit of depth of colour. And we'll go in with the raspberry. Then I think I'm going to add a bit more blending solution. And go in with my blower and start to move the colour around to cover a bit more of this foil. And it is advisable when you are working with alcohol inks and blending solution to work in a well ventilated area and to wear clothes that you don't mind if they get a bit wet or dirty, I should say. As I happen to be wearing a very expensive jumper from COS, and I'm throwing alcohol ink around like there's no tomorrow, just praying that I don't get any on me. A bit more of that. And do you know what I might add, just to give a bit of a depth to it, actually, is a bit of dark blue. Let's try a bit of this amethyst, actually. Oh, there we go. That's quite nice. And I'm going to just gently move that colour around. Can you see that? I hope you can. Got a little bit of a gap there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this dry a little bit and then come back to it. Let's go with a little bit more of the wild plum. You can see I've completely changed the colour. A bit more blending solution will lighten it and make the colours mix just a little bit. And I quite like that. And I'm going to let that dry and come back to it. It is a little while later now, and this is completely dry. Now, I don't know whether I need to use embossing ink or not. Look, you can see how dirty this is. But I'm just going to do a little bit just to start with, so that I've got something for my embossing powder to stick to. So this is the Ranger Ultra Thick Embossing Powder. It's not cheap, but I'm hoping it will last me some time. And sprinkling it over, getting rid of the excess, and then I'm going to heat with my heat gun. And I think what I'll do here is I will put you on fast forward and silent because you don't want to see me or hear me heating up and doing a process that is going to be a little bit repetitive. So I did 4 or 5 layers of that, and can you see the kind of effect I've got there? And what I'm going to do now, it's completely cool because I think it would have been quite hot to touch. I'm going to die cut a heart shape. I've got this Stampin' Up set that I bought way back in 2021 when I started this channel, and I'm going to do a 5x7 card, and I really like this heart shape. And I've checked that it looks nice on my card. I would like to get some variation of colour. I like the purple at the top there, so I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to just run it through my die cutting machine and come back to you. I ran it through several times, and I'm just being really careful that I don't crack the enamel. You can see that little bits of it are coming off. I ran it through 4 times to make sure that it cut. Can you just see the outline here? I think I may have done too many layers of embossing enamel, so it is quite thick. And I changed my mind. I didn't want the thick purple at the top, but I've got this here that I can die cut other little things from. Now, in terms of adhering this to my card, I'm not quite sure what glue is going to be the best. Let's have a look and see. This is a linen card. What do we think? I'm going to go for my collar, I think. Or shall I go for my sticky glue, all round purpose? Just want to fold that little bit over there. I've got alcohol ink on my nail. You can't even see, I'm not in shot. Oh dear, the light is fading fast. The other side looks quite nice actually. Yeah, I haven't quite got this technique right. Somebody that I did see do this on YouTube said that it ended up like fabric. Mine isn't. Mine is very much like enamel, very glassy and glossy to the touch. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to place this on my card towards the top, like so. I'm going to put this over, and then I'm going to put something heavy on it, and I'll come back to you in a couple of days when the light is better as well. So it is the next day now, and the card is finished. There's Blue looking out the window at the birds. Can't see her in the tree at the moment. Anyway, let's look at this card. The light is dreadful. It's another grey day, but can you see all the shimmer and shine? Well, not shimmer, but there's definitely a lot of shine on that. And I've just finished it off with a Valentine clipping from Chit Chat Seasonal. I don't think I'm going to be using this embossing powder again. I think that can be binned, and I think it's time to bring out this as my general and invest in a new one for clean purposes. But there is the card. So let me know in the comments, will you have a go at this technique? And of course, you don't have to die cut a heart. It can be any solid shape that you have, and it can be for any occasion. Do comment, like, share and subscribe, and I'll be back very soon with another make along.